Thank you so much for that wonderful prayer, Sir Francis. Now, this time, we would like to call in our new officer in charge for the General Services Department, Sir Ronald Munoz, to give us his message for Sir Noel.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Can I be heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Nothing really much to say, but just some few words now. As the newly designated OIC of the General Services Department, let me do the honor to start by giving some statement for our dear boss and friend, Engineer Noel C. Montanya. While it is so sad to think of that we are in these trying times, with all our loss and life, loved ones and friends, we may also try to ponder what really life is all about. On an honest remark, Engineer Montanya has become instrumental with my employment here in DCWD. I could still remember that an announcement was made by him back then in 1993 when I was in my 5th year in civil engineering course, that DCWD is hiring engineering graduates for specific tasks to be done under the engineering and construction department. Truly indeed, I was hired just a month after my graduation and I was working under his department. Much of his trust and confidence in what I can do back then, after a month of my employment, he let the planning and design division chief, dati si Engineer Rosana Cabanag, and the design unit supervisor noon na si Engineer Joel Diaz to decide to remove me or terminate my contract should I not be able to carry out what I expected of us to deliver. Back then, I knew him, Engineer Montanya, as a tough person, but a caring one. He abides by his principles and has become one of my mentors in some of my significant learnings in the district, particularly those that can be viewed in a most positive way. He sometimes makes a joke among his people and sometimes makes a strong remarks. And to me, that made him as Engineer Noel C. Montanya. In a way, he is a unique person. He is a person that many people could see and learn something from. It is just a matter of how do you really apply it in life. It is wise to learn from your own experience, but it is wiser to teach others. Mao na siguro na wala na siya kaso hantod karon, o hantod sa katong way pa siya. We have been together in work, especially with years. By him, you can really feel it. I know some of you can attest to it. And when you do, as your boss, of course, it was indeed an honor for a subordinate to be trusted. As years goes by, we have parted ways, as I was also aspiring for a higher position then, and opportunities had also come along my way. It also came to a point, not just once, but many times, I could not still remember all of them, that principles in work between him and me has to come head on. But even though not a single time in our professional relationship that must have come to an end. Kung baga, we are all professional here. Trabaho lang para sa kalambuan. I was also able to have a little chat with him, Sir Noel, last September 16 on our way going to parking building. And he is talking about his soon retirement next year. Na yung pa niya, magsipa-sipa na lang daw siya og lata. But of course, that was a statement that is entirely opposite of what he was saying. Now, he's supposed to enjoy his fortune with the family. That is why it was a little shocking for me to hear the news that he passed away last September 20. So fast, so sad. To me, whatever differences we have in work and in life, he deserves to be acknowledged for all the contributions that he made for the district. I personally, myself, acknowledges him that in a way that I am become, what I am become right now is partly because of him. Now that I was given the chance by the management to carry on his load in the GSD, to continue what has been started by Engineer Montanya, wala man siguro nito yung as a management. Nobody knows that any of this will happen. To carry on his loads and challenges in the GSD would seem to be my tribute, personal tribute to him. Katulang ang akong masulti para niya, is a good friend of mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Sir Ronald. And yes, welcome to the General Services Department po. So,
Thank you.
welcome po. How does one express the amazing essence and spirit of Sir Noel? His selfless generosity, uncompromising belief in all that is good, and his unwavering commitment to family and work. Words, even the very best of words, cannot pay tribute or truly capture the sense of loss that we are all feeling today. The loss is there, tangible and real within everyone. But Sir Noel exemplified life, love, laughter, and an irrepressible belief and faith in seeing the best in everything, even loss. And so today, we honor him, the profoundly feeling and expressing our loss. Also by remembering Sir Noel, an amazing person who has played a unique and special role in all of our lives. We have prepared an AV presentation for the late Sir Noel, and together let us all witness how great person he is and hear messages from some of the important people in his life. Let us all watch this.
Engineer Noel C. Montanya joined the Davao City Water District in 1977 as a project inspector. In 1983, he became the design engineer and promoted as Chief of Planning and Design Section in 1989. And the following year, he became the manager of the Engineering and Construction Division. With his determination and compassion for his work, in 1999, Sir Noel became the Department Manager of Production, Engineering and Construction, Community Relations and External Affairs, and General Services. Sir Noel was a strategic thinker, a visionary who was brilliant, innovative, and creative. As such, he contributed much to the development of DCWD. He generously gave his knowledge, his expertise, and his skills.
Mayong buntag sa tanan, magpasalamat lang ko sa tanan-tanan na nabuhat ni Sir Noel sa akua. Mapasalamaton kay ko sa tanan-tanan na buhat jud ni Sir Noel sa akua, sa akuang bana, sa akuang mga kaubanan di ari sa GSD. Dako kayong contribution ni Sir kung kung unsa ko karon, kung unsay naa ko karon, maunang salamat jud kaayo sir. Salamat jud kaayo sa tanan-tanan, dili jud namo na malimtan. O unta sir, padayon sa paglakaw, padulong dito sa gingharian sa Ginoo. O salamat jud sa tanan sir.
To Sir Noel, makasad imuhang sudden passing, sir, but I know you make the most out of it here. From the start, na-appreciate na ako imuhang brilliant mind, pero mas na-appreciate na ako imuhang big heart, especially sa GSD family, sir. Na-witness na ako imong kindness, making sure na wala ni mabiling job order employees sa GSD. Malipay ka o ganahan kaayo ka mag-process o promotion sa tuang department. Sa office, always nimo ginasulti sa mo, sir, hanap buhay tayo, hindi hanap patay. Ingon pa kag, enjoy lang ta diri ha, bahalag busy, usahay. I would like to inform you, sir, na I'm happy working with you. I enjoyed working with you. Sa mga learnings, salamat, sir, sa mga advices. It was an honor working with you, Sir Noel. I'm sure mamiss po na ako atong mga early good morning greetings as early as 6:30 in the morning kay mga early birds biyata, sir. Ikaw po ang nakapagpa-early birds sa kuha, sir. Mga most punctual sa office. Thank you kayo sa tanan, Sir Noel.
Have done the will of God, you will receive. When you send a message kay Sir Noel, mabasahin mo na ako ng verse from Hebrews chapter 10 verse 36. You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. This very significant message is of great value to describe or coin into one who Sir Noel was, as my superior and mentor. I have worked with Sir Noel since 2017, the day he left us for good. As his secretary in the General Services Department, one would have a great perspective of how huge were the duties and responsibilities of Sir Noel. As my boss, I can articulate well how he had handled all his tasks. He did not fulfill just a job, but a great mission. I have witnessed how seriously he valued his time, effort, and love to all his responsibilities, especially in dealing with a great number of employees he worked with day in and day out. He always dealt with us with kindness, generosity, thoughtfulness, and patience. He always emphasized the values of good communication with patients to promote peace and understanding. He dealt patiently and intelligently with wisdom, even the biggest problems encountered. He empowered us to be efficient, strong, and take challenges to become better professionally in dealing with any confronted problem. He was a man with charisma and a good heart. Sir Noel, thank you is never enough compared to the legacies you have shared to me and everyone else in our department. Sir Noel, you have finished the race. You have fought the big fight. You are gifted to give. Heaven is now your home, as promised by our dearest God. Rest in peace, sir. I will miss you, and you are always in our hearts.
Mga nandito, especially sa pamilya ninyo ng mga Walter Jan Burgos, one of the supervisors of the DCWD under the management of Engineer Francis Rizon. And I was asked to give a short message regarding Sir Noel as a manager. Well, I think kanang term nga manager is an understatement of who Engineer Montanya was. Gani, he is a embodiment of a father sa GSD. Na-address niya ang panginahanglan nun dili lang sa department kundi pati pudtong sa personal nga bahin. Example sa promotion sa mga tao na plastar gyud niya gani sa iyang panahon, gwapo kay ang record nga murag na eliminate ba or ning minimize yun tong JO niya, daghan yun na promote. Gani sa panahon niya, isa ko sa mga naplastar yun niya. O kami yata ni Francis o ni Alfred ang kinalasan yun nga naplastar niya, pagkawalan niya. So, ako lang, pasalamat lang yun ko sa iyang nabuhat sa organization. Dako kayo siya na buhat katong sa engineering pa siya, hilig mag-yun siya mag-share sa una sa engineering pa, dagan siya nabuhat. And then pag-abot niya diri agad lately sa GST, dako kayo siya na tabang. Ako lang is pasalamat lang ko kayo sa kinabuhi ni Sir Noel nung magmunta niya sa GST. Salamat kayo, sir.
Ang dili na ako makalimtan kang Sir Noel is kanang iyang pagka, which is mo daghan may balance sa iya. Maayo siya mo tudlo, explain kung unsay epekto sa mga aksyon nga among ginabuhat sa opisina. Mo nang di na ako makalimtan siya. Kay Sir Noel, salamat kayo sa panahon ug sa pagtudlo sa amo. Sir Noel, daghang salamat.
We are deeply saddened for the loss of our department manager, Sir Noel. Nasyak mi tanan sa mga panghitabo, but that is the reality of life. Oftentimes, Sir Noel would always share about his plans for his retirement, supposedly on December of 2022. But in as much as you want to be with him on his retirement day, but God has other plans for him. I honor Sir Noel for his passion in motivating people. He coaches, he mentored, and he is also the type of person who always longs for perfection in every work output. Very strict when it comes to work, but outside of work, he is also a very friendly and jolly person. Now that he's gone, I want to thank him for all the learnings, the good experiences that I have gained from him, and the beautiful memories that is worth remembering. I pray that the Lord will welcome him with warm embrace in his everlasting kingdom. Rest in peace, Sir Noel.
Noel belongs to the generation of leaders who was responsible for making DCWD what it is today. He had handled engineering and construction department, production department, the community relation and external affairs department, and the general services department. The only DM perhaps was able to handle 4 departments. It is a feat that few will be able to replicate in his entire career here in Davao City Water District. DM Noel is a tough leader, a trait that can send shiver to the spine of those employees working under him, but only when he perceived that there was lacking in the way his employees work and perform. When presenting his ideas, he was so passionate because he had made his own personal research and study before actually talking about them. I've always this impression that he made research on his own rather than relying solely on the output of his employees. In my 15 years in service, it was only lately, or 1 year to be exact, that I had had the opportunity to work directly with him. Even with the current restrictions, we at least talk twice a week, discussing work and life. No? He did not visit me though during the week he wasn't well. For a man with so much years in service stuck in his belt, I cannot deny that I had learned so much from him, from engineering to production-related matters. He had so much wisdom. He had a very gentle side, especially when talking about life, retirement, and employees' welfare. In fact, he wasn't able to sleep when I heard he died. It was because I had been used to talking with him, and that would never happen again. Noel, rest in your laurels. Rest in peace.
From your GSD family, daghang salamat, Sir Noel.
We also remember Sir Noel as a father, brother, friend, husband, and colleague. Sir Noel, you will be deeply missed. And today, we honor this as we recall special moments with you.
Hi, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Davao City Water District for doing this tribute for my dad, Engineer Noel C. Montana. And my dad meant a lot to me. And of course, I know to you as well. And Davao City Water District was his second life. And I remember even as a young kid, going through the offices of Bahada, and kinapahambog yun niya. Then makita po namo ang iyang office and how he was very well respected diha. And makaproud, makaproud na una-unaon that Papa ni mo si Noel Montana, and the people that come up to you and friends niya, and all they could say is, natabangan sila ni Daddy. And either that or stick to kay mo Papa. And mula na masulti nila. And being his son, growing up under his home for a number of years, I can attest to that man, the strict leadership that he provided, that he lovingly provided. And without even mentioning it, people would know Dad as a principled man. Ay prinsipyo na tao, and ipaglaban din niya. And he was a man that was a leader. He was a man that had a vision. He was sensitive to the people that were around him. Gusto niya tabangan. But at the same time, pag nakita niya that you had potential, he wants to develop you. And I remember, obviously we don't have much time, but I remember when I was a kid, and napamisuggest sa at that time, bata pa ko, probably about 7 or 8. I remember na ako'y nakaaway sa gawas, sumbagay yata mi. I think isa po kabata, and uli ko, gahilak. And I remember timing kay that Daddy was on his way out. I think pato siyang office at that time, katupang blue na sakyanan, I think itong 4-wheel na issue yata sa Water District, no? And kita niya nagahilak ko, police balay, ngutanan siya, sa maga. Yan ako, nakita niya na ako'y nakaaway. I remember him going back to the house. Ikuha siya unlan, itawag ko niya, ikasabaan pa ko niya. Kaya nihilak ko. Sa hilak niya. And just old-fashioned leader, old-fashioned dad. And then I remember na 8 years old, he just ipasumbag ko niya sa unlan. And practice ko niya dito. And he said, paghuman, sige, sumbag. Sige, sumbag dito. And then paghuman, sige, gawas dito, pangitaan ito sa. And so I remember that. And he was just that kind of a tough dad with, he really wanted to see you stand for yourself. And I appreciate that. Back then, I didn't understand that. But now, understanding his heart, he wanted his children to be tough, to stand against the challenges of the world, the challenges that we face right now, even in the modern era. And I'm thankful for that. That balanced compassion with courage. And he had a heart he balanced the desire to be right, righteousness, with the desire to develop relationships with his co-workers. And I could go on and on with Daddy and what he meant. I'm sure you know him very well since he's given 30 plus years of his life to you guys. And he was proud of his craft, so to speak. That was his life's work. And I'm thankful that you're honoring him today. And I am my father's son. And kung unsa ko karon, blame it to my dad. The principles, the backbone, the conviction, to aim high in life. I got that from him. And I want to thank Water District for doing this. Ang mga friends, ang staff niya. I know I couldn't mention all of you guys, but of course, katong mga naagid sa iyang side, I want to thank you. And I know I've thanked you personally already through direct messages and through even phone calls. But thank you for being there with him. And I want to thank Tita Glenda for the many years that you love my dad. And thank you that, and ikaw ang kauban niya in the last breath of his life. I'm thankful for that. Thank you for loving our family. Thank you for loving us. Ako, si NN, Nicole, of course, and of course si Dad, si Lola Pep. Thank you for being there, Tita, and we want you, to be strong. We are here for you, and we want to be a help in wherever and however way we can. To Nicole, Nick, Dad was very proud of you. Always niya kinapakita sa akin yung report cards mo, and he was proud of you. And Dad, I will miss you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for mamisa ko itong magtawag-tawag ta mas kung sa istoryahan. Mamisa ko itong magkinambugay ta. I mean, Dad had a certain tone na sabayan po na ako na, so that, what's on? So, I mean, we had that like, he always wanted you to, one up. You wanna palamangay mo. And that's part of it, and I'll miss that. And I will always be, I'll always try to be like my dad. And again, thank you so much for this tribute and honoring the memory of my father. Sobrang salamat, and may God bless us all.
I have been through many hardships in the past, but lucky I was because I had a selfless support of my loving husband, Noel. It's been a week now when he bid us goodbye, and losing him has turned my world upside down, and no words can describe the tinge that his death has left behind. Grief has trapped me, and moving on is even harder without my beloved. The practical support, kind messages, and sympathy that we get every day have somehow helped us to get up from his lowest moment of my life. My husband's legacy has touched many lives, and I thank you all for initiating this tribute. This truly means a lot. Please allow me to share the content of my heart and to express how grateful I am to be surrounded by wonderful people like you. Daddy Noel has been a great partner, my best friend, loving husband, good provider, great dad to Nicole, Joshua, and Ellen, and very caring granddaddy to his grandkids, and a loving son to his mother, who is now 97 years old. Daddy has been my great supporter in my career wherever I am assigned. To always my knight in shining armor every time I have problems at work. I have been dependent to him ever since we are married. He makes decisions for our family, not only for the present, but for our future as always. Noel is a man of principle, integrity, and honest human being I've ever known. Some say the guy is a kasing-kasing, but that is his way of helping people to learn from life, to stand and to be strong to all problems that they may encounter. Gusto niya na makatuon lang yun, not dependent to others. But with us, we are too much dependent to him. All decisions of our family always for the better of our family. How can I be independent right now? I've always been dependent on him. I always see to it that all is well organized. No shortcuts. Always follow the standards. He hated if we have abrupt activity without a plan. That's why he is well respected and I love him for that. Believe na ako sa kanya kaya he has a strong personality. Opposite kami. Pero without him, I can do nothing. He spoiled us and very thoughtful kung ano ang gusto namin. Basta kaya lang niyang bilhin. Bibilhin niya even without any occasion. Mas kung wala siyang bagong damit or things, basta kami kung gusto namin ni Nicole, bibilhin niya. He always think for the future, especially for his family, especially for Nicole's future. He wanted to retire but he can't para malaki daw ang kanyang pension na makuha. We had plans for my retirement in the coming years, but now it's gone. I'm truly hurt right now. Hindi nga madayon amo ang plano to tour around the world as family. He always set aside for emergency funds and future of Nicole even if it sacrifices his own happiness in the present situation. Mahal na daw pag-retire na amo nang mabuhat among gusto kay nakaipon na siya. Maski asa among gusto at tuan mahimo na daw namin. But I know that he's gone. I know that it is a tragic experience for my family. But maybe it's God's way to accept that he's really gone from this earth. I know that he is with God in heaven because he has been a good man and has helped and moved so many lives while he was alive. He is a man of gratitude. He always believed what is due for his staff and colleague. He sees to it that they will be promoted for they deserve it. Every time he has staff that are promoted, he was very grateful and happy na nakatabang siya. He has a good heart, especially to those who needed his help in kind, not financially, so that they can stand on their own without asking from others. I know that he has helped a lot of DCWD staff to be promoted. He always believed in a saying, give to Caesar what is for Caesar's. In the Bible, King James Version, render therefore for Caesar the things that are Caesar's and unto God the things that are God's. With the recent incident, he has been so cautious and follow healthcare protocol, but sad to say he never believed in COVID-19 vaccine. He said it is not for herd immunity. It's useless because it's spread out worldwide. Bakit pa daw siya magpapavaksin kung makatakdan daw gihapon? But I respected his decision even if it hurts because I always say to him, matakdan lagi ang COVID pero lesser ang effects sa naay vaccine kaysa wala, but still he won't believe. But maybe this is the plan of God to us. Daddy Noel, I will miss you. I miss you so much, and I will miss you every day of my life. I will never forget you. I love you forever. It hurts, but I need to be strong for my daughter Nicole and for my mommy Pep, whom they will depend. I know that you're always in our hearts and will always guide me to take care of Nicole and mommy, especially for our future without you physically. But we will see you in paradise when the time comes. I will always love you and always be in my heart. Goodbye for now, Daddy. Help us to be strong and God-fearing, for you are always a God-fearing man. I love you, and I always will. You'll always be in my heart. Goodbye.
Sir Noel, we will remember you with all your special characteristics and our memories from all the days gone before that. And we were privileged to share it with you. And today, we will grieve for you and cry for you and even smile because of you. And in all the tomorrow, we will feel you. Gone in some ways, but your presence ever near. Thank you, Sir Noel. Rest in peace.
There are places I remember all my life. Till some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories have meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
All right. So as we all see, Sir Noel has really played a big part in all of our lives. But aside from those video messages that we have just seen or witnessed in the AV presentation, we still have few video messages coming from his colleagues and from his daughter Noel and Andrea Montagna, right? Together with her family. Because due to time constraints, we are not able to edit it up. So we'll just go ahead and watch it separately. So let's all watch this.
Thank you. I didn't have the opportunity to thank you for those experiences. And the MD family would like to extend our condolences to the family of Sir Noel. He was our boss for the last 4 years, and he had taught us well. His teaching was very helpful in our endeavor in doing things right. Sir, thank you. I didn't have the opportunity to thank you for those experiences and the encouragement that you had extend to us, especially me, and to the family of Sir Noel. Thank you for lending Sir Noel to us to improve not only GSD but the whole water district. Sir, you can rest now in God's love, and till we meet again. Thank you, sir. Of the TMD family.
Sir Noel, you played a very important part in my journey sa Water District. You accepted me as customer service assistant sa engineering department without any hesitations, with the bringing with the benefits sa CBA before nga next of kin. You are a great mentor, a leader that you can look up to, and you are very supportive in my journey sa promotion as a supervisor. Dili na ako malimtan, sir, ang imuhang mga laughters and ang atong conversation last month for how many years na wala ta nagkastorya, and it was really given a chance, no, sa Ginoo nga magkastorya ta, and not thinking na mo na jud ito ang last na moment nato nga magka-talk. Thank you for your thoughts. Salamat kayo, sir, sa imuhang mentorship. Thank you. I will really miss you, and I salute you, sir. Thank you kayo.
Good morning. In behalf of the United Supervisors of Davao City Water District, I would like to express our deepest sympathy and condolences to the family of the late Engineer Noel C. Montania, my friend, my colleague, an inspiration to government employees of Davao City Water District. It's so sad that one of our, shall we say, best employees passed away so sudden, and I pray to God that may his soul rest in peace. Good day, everyone.
In behalf of all the division managers of the Davao City Water District, we give our salute and highest honors to one of the pillars of our organization, Sir Noel Cortez Montania. He is contributory to what DCWD is today, a premier drinking water service provider, for his technical expertise in both ground and surface water management. Sir Noel is a tough boss with a heart. He is gifted with intellect and use it to the fullest. He likes to innovate and try new solutions, especially when he was my manager at the production department. He loves to eat and treat us after every good work. He gives you the opportunity to shine, and he will always back you up. He is a leader by example and a good motivator too. It's sad to say goodbye to a boss to a mentor, to a friend. Thank you, Sir Noel, for all the learnings and the memories together. May the holy angels meet you, and may you rest in God's peace. You will always be remembered in our hearts and in our prayers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sir Noel, for everything.
Thank you for being a wonderful father, a father-in-law, grandpa, and just a loving friend. We love you and we miss you so much.
I love you, Daddy. I miss you. I love you, Daddy. I miss you.
Okay, say bye.
Bye. Bye.
Go kisses.
I love you, Daddy.
Hopefully, in my lifetime, I can make you proud. Things has never been easy. Being away without family, but I'm thankful for what you've done for us. I will miss you, Dad. I will miss our midnight snacks. I remember when I was having a hard time in algebra that you would help me and even bought a whiteboard to teach me. I remember when we would go out to watch the last full shows of the very first movie date that we had, and we watched 300, and that was the last full show, and then we watched other movies after that, and then you started buying me DVDs of whatever episode of movies I want. I remember when you took me out shopping for the first time when I was a teenager, and you said I could buy whatever clothes I want, and I kept asking, is this okay? Is this okay? But you kept saying it's okay. I remember when I was in line in Ateneo, and you asked me, is this the high school you really want to go to? And I said, no, I don't want to come. I don't want to go here. And we went to Davao Christian, and then that day you enrolled me at Davao Christian, and you were just very supportive in everything I did, from volleyball practices to competitions. You were there to support us, and thank you for that. And I will surely miss your laugh, Dad, your random calls of asking me, are the kids there? And I would say, no, they're in school. And you say, okay, bye, I'll call you later. So that made me, I guess that made me remember that you love your grandkids. And they sure do love you. Jordan and Julia, they might not understand everything that happened, but they do miss their granddaddy. And Dad, I will see you in heaven, and I'm thankful for you, and I love you.
We've suddenly lost someone very special. The death of each of us is in order of things. It follows life as surely as night follows day. Gone from our sight, but never from our hearts. In behalf of the General Services Committee for this special tribute for Sir Noel, we would like to thank you all for joining us today to support the amazing life of Engineer Noel C. Montana, most especially to Ma'am Mikay and the whole ICTD team for your assistance. To Ma'am Glenda, Sir Josh, and Miss Andrea, and to the whole Montana family, in behalf of the whole DCWD, please accept our heartfelt condolences. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. May God comfort the whole family during this time of sadness and wrap his arms around to comfort you. To Sir Noel, we are forever grateful. I'm sorry. To share those wonderful moments with you, sir. We thank you for all the learnings that you have taught us. We will be missing your laugh, your voice, everything. Thank you for helping us grow, and you'll always be a part of everyone's success, most especially in the whole General Services Department family. We honor your life on earth, and we will be praying for your peace ever after. Rest in God's peace, Sir Noel. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On behalf of the GSD family, thank you very much for attending this tribute. Good afternoon to everyone. God bless us all and take care always. Goodbye.
Thank you, Don. Good job, Don.
Thank you, Sir Francis, for your support.
Yes, thank you, Ate Donna.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, technical team, and for all of you who have initiated this tribute.
Again, thank you so much po sa mga nag-attend. If you wish to leave the room, you may now leave po. Salamat po.